Welcome to the Madness Table. I'm Andrew here with Sam, Brendan, and Will. And of course, the youngest podcaster, Glenn. If you're listening to this as a podcast, you don't know who that is. If you don't, you might. You'll figure it out. Or not. I don't know. Anyway, this episode is brought to you by Indeed.com. Has the corporate structure destroyed your self-esteem? Come on down to Indeed.com. Is it as engaging as the Madness Table's social media? No. Are there more opportunities for paid employment? Yes. One of these days, I'm going to get TikTok famous. Until then, there is Indeed.com. And if that's not enough for you, come on down to our Discord. You might be able to hang out with us, play a game night. We might even have a little fun, maybe get a little one-shot going. Who knows? The sky is the limit, just like at Indeed.com, when you too can be lured into the cycle of capitalism one more time. It's like Tinder for your wallet. And
what?
I stand by that metaphor. Anyway, as I was saying, if you enjoy monies of a physical nature, hop onto our coffee page. That's coffee spelled K-O-F-I. Don't put me in charge of spelling. That's where you can support your local podcasters $1 at a time. Helps us get things like web hosting and sound equipment and other stuff. I'm sure that exists. And if I didn't have that, I had to go on Indeed.com to post and look at jobs to has for me. Thank you, and have a great day. Now, over to Will.
Thank you. And I want, it's like Tinder for your wallet on a t-shirt. I think that should happen anytime.
Hell yeah.
All right. I don't know how we're gonna get better. I gotta start warming up my ad space for season 2 when we get there.
That's right.
God, because you're just bringing such a good game, Andrew.
I can't wait till we get our first cease and desist letter.
Yeah,
honestly,
absolutely.
I dream of that day. It's gonna be a beautiful time.
That or we have to start emailing all these companies like, hey, we put you on our podcast as suggested. We haven't been paid yet, so if you want to just send that over.
Pay us
and we aim for the lowest end of the corporate ladder, just
the
to
presumptive close.
Yeah, and they'll be like,
oh
yeah, sure, no big deal.
Of course you sponsored us.
Yeah.
Can I write the email? Because I think a good sign off would be Harder Daddy. And I think then they would be like, yeah, he earned that money,
Yep.
I gotta go on his Finder, just got a game.
Dear God.
Your first cease and desist letter is coming from me, Andrew.
Brendan, that's fair. I would like the record to state that the original ad for tonight was going to be for Rogaine, which is a shot at me. So don't worry, Rogaine will be back to sponsor this, or maybe Head and Shoulders. Glenn, not now.
Oh, goodness.
We understand, Glenn.
Yeah, we get it.
Me too, buddy.
Right.
Me too.
So, last time, you guys had finished up this pretty daunting fight with Kara Zakar. A number of you getting dropped down through the chasm 500 feet deep. We had Noban go first, and then we had Dr. Seuss, and then we had, once again, Sephel falling to his death. Anywhere there's a pit, Sephel just should not go near it. And then Scylla managed to finish off the fight, carved out the eye through the use of her lever, and then killed said lever. And as you all kind of made your way back up with Sephel, Orog Sephel, going up with everybody, and now we have a Scylla charging at this Orog, holding the staffs and bags of former Sephel, and how do you guys want to take this?
Let them fight.
Shall we roll initiative?
Do you? Is Scylla going to attack this Orog?
Oh, fully. This creature is a stranger, and they have Sephel's stuff, who she just saw die.
Yeah. All right, let's roll for initiative.
Oh God.
To be fair, we have seen him die before.
It's
yeah,
true.
but like
but never come into a new body.
And especially like with a new mindset. You know, Scylla's not
Yeah.
herself.
Yeah, Scylla's in a place.
Yeah.
And that place is crushed Sephel.
Yeah. This is her hot girl summer.
Zeus, are you gonna get involved with this?
Yes, I think Seuss is, so he's like back up health point wise, but I imagine a 500-foot fall and splattering has left him a bit woozy. So I feel like he is there, but he doesn't clock exactly what's going on until perhaps like a step too late.
Okay.
So I would perhaps propose I roll with disadvantage in this initiative.
That makes sense to me. All right, Scylla, what'd you get?
14.
14. Sephel, what'd you get?
It's gonna be hard to beat my 9.
Oh, man.
I just came back to life, man.
Nobon got a 1. A Zeus.
Oh. That's a very important thing that we should hammer out. I had a hit point number on the temporary sheet that you gave me. Am I operating with those hit points or Sephel's?
Oh, you're operating with those, I believe. And it should be
Okay.
a decent set.
That makes sense.
He looks
Yeah.
scared.
Yeah, it's all right.
I mean, it's okay, but also he knows what Scylla can do.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely in Scylla rounds. I would call it 1 to 1.5.
Oh, no.
Strong. She's like,
all
no,
right.
I can do it in 1.
Andrew, can you give me what your initiative was one more time?
Yes, sorry, it was a gentleman's 3.
Okay, I thought you said that. I just didn't hear you super well. All right, well, Scylla, you're up. You already stated that you're charging down this
Yes.
this walkway.
Yeah, this is a full charge. That's Sephel is the Sephel token, right?
Yes. Yep.
Okay, just checking. Yeah, she bonus action rage and sprints across this wooden ladder at this creature who's quite large, but holding Sephel's stuff. And this is like an animalistic, like, I don't imagine sharks make great sounds, but like the animalistic, like primal nature of it is very like, her face is like covered in the blood of the guy whose neck she just ripped out. And I will say, because I had to do that, I don't have my shield or my sword on me. I think this
You
is
just run at him
full
with bare
unarmed
hands.
strike. Yeah,
Okay.
this is like
Love it.
even more primal. She's gonna get right up to him, and I'm gonna try and do a good like sucker punch right in the gut.
Go
Alright.
for it.
God, I'm just trying to think about it. I'm like, yeah, sharks, I can't imagine make much for sound. So this is just a terrifying, like, maw, spittle, all of it. Ugh.
Yeah, and like her teeth have like come down a bit again.
Yeah.
That's a 26 to hit.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Don't worry, man, this is her attacking without a weapon.
Yeah,
That's
I don't have a
terrifying.
weapon on me. So unarmed then is just going to be 10 points of damage.
Oh, just 10?
10 points of bludgeoning.
That's not bad. That's not bad at all.
All I can picture in my head is that moment in Jaws where the Jaws like breaks up the back end of the boat and Captain Shaw is just like sliding down and like feet on the teeth, just like, oh, that's Sephel right now trying to get away from Scylla.
100%, man. She sucker
We're gonna
punches
need a
him.
bigger boat.
Yeah.
And then I would like to try and get Sephel's staff away from him.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Okay. Let's do a strength contest.
Okay.
Prepare for your arm to get ripped off.
Yeah, I know.
That's a 19.
It's a natural 1.
Oh my god.
Which one are you taking? Because I have both.
I would know which one has the phylactery, right?
Yeah.
That's the one I want.
Yeah.
Okay.
You
So-
rip away the phylacterian staff from this Orog's grip.
Yeah.
I want you, Sephel,
Mm-hmm.
to make a intelligence saving throw
Okay. With Sephel's intelligence.
with Sephel's intelligence.
26.
Once the staff is like ripped out of your hands, your vision immediately swims like hardcore, going through vertigo, like, and you can even see it. Scylla, everybody can see this. Like the Orog's body is just like looks like it's instantly sick and starts to like lean forward with the staff being pulled away, and you almost see like something like kind of occurring around the face of the Orog, like something ghostly seemed to be kind of like pulling away. And then it gets sucked back in Sephel, you remain conscious in the Orog's body.
Oh, shit.
All right. Scylla, is that the end of your turn? All right. Sephel, you're up.
I think the only thing she does is... Oh, good. I might have a delay. She screams in his face as she sees that he's like wobbling. I'm not going to do that in the mic, but...
yeah.
And it's a full like spittle and blood, and that's it.
Make an intimidation check. And Sephel, I would like you to make a wisdom saving throw.
That's a 15 plus 5.
It's a 5 plus 5.
Oh my god, Brendan, your rolls today already.
Listen, I almost died.
Stop rolling like me. That's my job.
The body that you inhabit, Sephel, immediately betrays you, and you feel part of yourself become frightened, and you feel your body begin to back away from her without your control to it.
Okay.
So technically, you are frightened.
Great. Love that.
That's it.
But it is your turn, bud.
Okay. So, I'm reeling back. I'm going to... I imagine, like, there's almost this tether effect between my body and the staff, so as I pull back, there's, like, this terrifying, unnatural split between my mind pulling myself forward and my body pulling myself backwards.
You're giving me like motion sickness. Just
yeah.
There's like this conflict of interest where the mind and body are trying to separate themselves. But as I am beholden to the body currently, I'm going to stumble back. And I'm going to shakingly push myself to utter, Scylla. It is me, Sephel. And I'm going to take my own arm, because I know I'm not going to be able to reach her. I'm going to mirror the hand motion, the touching of the forehead that she does.
Nice. Yeah, that feel
It's okay. Does that immediately elicit a response from Scylla that would...
Totally. I think that's like probably the one thing that she would respond to, of like, that's like a Triton thing, right? Like not everyone knows that. I think she's pausing. She's still very feral.
Okay. So we have this pause. Sephel, I think you would notice this. It's still technically your turn. Do you do anything else, or do you wait for her?
I'm trying to think. I don't want to cast any spells with the other staff. I'm trying to think if if there's anything that I could pull out that would be, like, meaningful. Fucking Christ.
If only you had a spider that, like, could harken back to earlier parts of the, you know.
No, I don't. No, I think that's all I'm gonna do. I think that motion.
She's looking
is-
you up and down like this isn't making any sense.
The only other thing I don't know if I would be able to have any control of the staff, but I would either want to open the staff to show the phylactery or, like, motion to the head of the staff.
I would say it would probably act like a cantrip for you to be able to, like, do that. So it doesn't cost you anything, but I would imagine, like, with a wave of your hand, you can get it to, like, the staff to open and the small stars that kind of make up the top orb to split apart if you wanted to do that.
I'll do that then.
So Scylla, you see the Orog kind of wave his hand in a similar gesture that Sephel would have made, and you see this staff kind of come to life in your hands. What do you do?
She's like, I think she's got the staff held as if she's going to use it in melee the next round. And
bludgeon me with it.
Yeah.
Oh no.
And so I think she pauses and then she looks at it as it pops open, and she probably tilts it so that it's like in front of her face. And now she's looking between Sephel and the staff. How?
The phylactery. That's what it does.
Is Seuss seeing this as well? I imagine she would look to Seuss at
everybody's
this
seeing
point.
this. I will say we're out of initiative unless something causes us to get back up into it. But yeah, everybody's watching this.
Will, does the phylactery still look the same?
To you, when you've looked into it closely, you could see kind of like the stars and galaxies. To everybody else, it would look almost like a black opal. Right now, it just looks like a black stone. Just kind of muted.
Yeah.
Now, Scylla, I know this is strange, but this is our friend. He just isn't quite himself right now.
She's definitely like relaxed her posture a bit. Where did we meet?
Oh, I actually don't know this. Interesting.
Yes.
The coast of Gracklestug with indigo.
She's like relaxing a little more.
Indigo? Sounds like a beautiful man. Tell me more about
Oh
him.
man.
He couldn't
like
jump
him.
for shit.
Alas.
I imagine, like, as I'm speaking, I'm probably, like, fighting the largest fucking migraine as I'm still, like...
Oh yeah, shit's not comfy.
reaching... I'm reaching for the staff. Like, I can't come towards you at this moment.
Well, yeah, you might want to give him that back. I believe it's the source of his entire life energy at the moment.
Yeah, no, that is shocking for sure. Your mind is in this creature and also here?
My mind is here. My soul is there.
She will tentatively hand it back to you.
He will grab the staff and take a step back and let everything settle back in place.
You take a step back, and Scylla takes a step toward you.
Yeah.
Of like,
Ah, you fool! Ah, just kidding.
oh my god,
He's stealing it. Throw him off the bridge. Yeah.
Sephel, if you are in there, what must we do now?
Judging from my body at the bottom. This is kind of it.
Oh, yeah.
Nobon's
you
kind of
think
like,
I look bad. Look at him.
Nobon pulls out a diamond and he's like, sadly, I'm beyond the time limit to return their body.
But actually, on a theoretical point, would that even work? If his soul is currently inside either the crystal or the Orog, would you be able to return life, as that's a transference of soul energy?
That would require so much prayer, it's probably not worth it. And he puts the diamond back. I think it's just better we thank the gods and move along with it.
Is there 2 minds?
I have felt some resistance, but I think my superior mind is taking over.
Scylla, like, fully relaxed. She's like, yeah, that's Sephel.
Yeah.
All
That
the
was
other
pretentious enough.
Orogs,
Yeah.
all the other Orogs and the people that have climbed up from the bottom, the slaves, like the other Orogs.
Oh
are like,
shit,
"What the
right.
fuck? Richard?
Sephel. Richard? Fucking dick, man.
God damn it.
Would it be helpful to kill this form, erase this soul? She's like
No.
putting her hand
Nope.
out, like,
I think we don't fuck with any more creepy soul voodoo. I don't know how this shit worked.
Hey, Will, weird question. With my strange, shadow people vision,
Oh no.
am I copying anything notable from this horrid monstrosity that is against all the laws of life and death?
I friggin' love that you asked this.
Oh my god.
You actually see what looks like, and this is fucked for you. Right. So this shadow puppeteer kind of look, it's like drawing and forcing its way into the body. It looks vaguely humanoid. It doesn't necessarily resemble Sephel to you, but you saw these tendrils coming off the body and back to the staff, and you see this like other kind of shadow being peeled out almost by pieces from the Orog. And they look similar-esque to all the other kind of shadowy figures that you see about. But some of them look more like this vague humanoid shadow, and then others look more and more monstrous. And it's probably got your mind racing as to implications as to what the fuck you are seeing and all the other ones that you have seen before. But that's going on in your mind while all of this conversation is happening.
Right now, Seuss is just staring at Sephel like Matthew McConaughey, True Detective Season 1, Episode 8, just like...
Is it painful, Sephel?
It was when the staff was out of my reach. It feels like the process is not complete. But I'm sure given time, this will become more natural.
Your form is certainly more physically... well...
I'm hot, right?
She reaches a hand out to touch your face. You seem fine.
Oh,
She's back, everybody!
Hey!
I do not
Excellent.
detect any temperature fluctuations.
that is good. That means the body is acclimating.
No infection. A good sign.
Is
You
it
hear a-
wo-
As one of the Orogs steps up and goes, thank you for killing the Master Karzakar, but what has become of our friend? It seems your dead friend has inhabited the body of our friend, and it sounds like we're not going to get our friend back. Is that what's happening?
Yes, most astutely put, my friend. Yes, your friend is a lost cause and you should forget about him. But, congratulations, you are now free.
Okay.
Enjoy your manumission, Barda.
I apologize for the inconvenient eviction. You are still welcome to talk to us about the city, if you wish.
You're a great travel planner, Sephel.
Not quite as worried about finding the city. More just comprehending that my friend that was fine 5 minutes ago is now gone, but still kind of here. We do thank you for freeing us. It's a bit hard to accept. We have nothing else to offer you, but we do know the Master had riches farther above.
Oh,
And
excellent.
he points upwards, towards the cavern's upper limits.
Oh,
And there is another one, an odd mechanical thing that he kept secret there.
that is certainly worth exploring. I'm going. Is the body of the servant still around, or did that get thrown off the bridge?
Oh, yeah, Scylla ripped
I
his neck
dropped
out
him.
and then dropped him off the edge.
Okay.
So
Casual.
that dude's gone, unless you want to go back down to the bottom.
No, I was gonna do
You
some
point to
really
one of the
weird.
Orogs, go get the dead body!
No, I was gonna do a bit where I tried to chomp his head and nothing happened, but it's fine.
Man.
He had the fly spell.
Oh yeah.
Oh, true.
It is not worth it then to get your body, Sephel.
I think it best that it be laid to rest. There, you don't have to go get it.
Just leave it at the pits. And
Yeah.
Listen, I was supposed to be a crippled body at the bottom of a pit once. I think it's fine that
It's
prophecy be
time.
fulfilled.
Is that yeah?
As was foretold.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, Scylla will turn
It's like-
to Warog.
It's like Final Destination. You can only cheat it for so long.
Yeah.
It goes back for you. What is the easiest way for us to find this treasure hoard? And she points up.
one of the dwarves steps up and he's like, I'll show you over here. And he waves you to one of the edges of the bridges, and he goes, there's a series of small paths that lead upwards. If you continue to circle about, you'll eventually come to a large circular stone door. Behind it is where that old mechanical creature is. And then if you continue onwards, there is a bit of a gap. The master kept it that way so nobody could reach it. But if you can get inside, that's where its treasure will be.
Now, this mechanical being that you speak of, are they loyal to your former oppressor, or are they a potential ally?
Didn't really see too much of it. Not that anybody else did either. It seemed to talk a lot of nonsense about being lost. So can't say that it was loyal. Can't say that it'd be a friend either, but good luck to you.
Oh, fair enough. Are there any other any other things that you know that we should be worried about here? Any other people we need to unalive with extreme prejudice?
Oh no, you definitely took care of the two that you needed to be worried about. Thanks for that. Seriously,
Zeus gives a thumbs up to Scylla.
Yeah. And then you will not interfere.
Oh no, definitely not. We're good, thanks.
Wonderful.
Scylla, did you retrieve the eyeball of the beast?
Yes. And she will point at the bag. I don't think that I can get the giant eyeball out very well without.
The body of the beholder is, I think, when you guys rolled for it, it was like 4.5 feet across. I think the eye was like maybe 2.5 feet. So like once you touched it to the bag, I imagine it like kind of glorped
like
in
jelly.
there. But if you're like trying to summon it, I imagine it would kind of like push out the edges of the bag and then just slowly come out.
Yes. It is in the bag. I got the bag.
Glad we've established that.
That's what we've been waiting for.
This dwarf that comes up to you, Sephel, and he's like, "Hey, listen, this is gonna be a might bit awkward, but one of the goblins back there, she had kind of a thing going on with Craig, the body that you see to be in. Yeah, so I don't. If she comes up trying to say something to you, I think it's best if you just make a quick go of it. Like, I'll try to distract her, but there were some heavy attachment issues.
I have not had sexual relations in a very long time.
That's what I thought he meant. Just a quick go of it, Sephel.
I don't know how useful I could be in that regard, or if honestly, if this body reacts to me at all yet, if you know what I mean.
Listen, that's not exactly what I meant. But you do what you need to. It's a little fucked to be using her boyfriend to get in someone else's. I'm not going to go into it. I just hope you're square with whatever lords you worship.
The ethical interest.
Noban comes over and he's like, "I think he'll forgive you."
I had no idea Nobu was such a fuck. Like a fuckboy.
A fuckboy.
Yeah.
She's such a fuck, comma, boy.
Boy. Oh no. Okay. I appreciate the warning. Again, apologies for your comrade.
Yeah, we weren't very close, but respected him, that's for sure. So did you want me to try to distract her, or do you want to handle that yourself?
A distraction would probably be best. I am not I don't have the best riz.
Alright. No, I can see that.
Wow.
He like turns to some of the other dwarves and he's just like, "So we're gonna have to get Glonetta to well, we're gonna have to run the pattern. See, she's wily. You know it. Steve, I know she bit your ear off last time we tried this, but it's gonna work this time." And they start like moving down the tunnel, and he's like, "Go, go, go."
We should all go, and I'll start.
As you guys start moving up through the small hallways and corridors carved through this one. For all the other tunnels that you've seen that looked like precisionally carved, And I think it was Seuss that figured it out, that those were done by the Beholder's disintegrator rays, or disintegration rays. These look personally mined by these slaves, that they're much rougher, they're not, perfectly smooth. As you guys are getting a ways up there, you just start hearing these screams like, "But why isn't he coming? He's supposed to be with me!" And it just starts to fade. She's like, "No!" But eventually, as you guys make your way up, you do come across this very large circular wheel that seems to be positioned in a kind of slotted tray that runs along the floor in this wider section of cavern. And you can see that there's actually a hole that goes out to the main chasm.
What is this?
No, this is our path to treasure, my friend.
Scylla's sticking very close to Sephel. Assuming that she's watching your movements, you could fall at any moment.
Yeah. No, it's very interesting. There's probably a little bit of he's not totally inept with the body, because the general motions are still the same,
Yeah.
but you can definitely see points where he's not accustomed to the way that the body holds itself.
Sephel had very weak ankles.
Yeah, no, he's definitely walking with a very delicate gait despite the fucking calves on this thing.
The calves, man.
I imagine
He's
there's moments where it's where you're stepping forward and you don't realize there's a drop, so you misgauge your actual gait.
Yeah, because his knees have never come this high
Yeah,
in half a millennia.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so there's definitely an element of him getting used to the situation.
Now, Nobon, do you think that Scylla's staying so close to Sephel in order to protect him because she's afraid that she'll lose yet another friend, or does he finally have a body that she desires?
I thought it might have been pheromones, but I do always hope for a more intellectual part of them. It's hard to keep them away from their baser instincts.
Indeed. Yes,
I mean, you smelt him though as a beast man myself. Oh, he's got
What? No.
Well,
Sephel finally got a body that wouldn't break if he wanted some snoo-snoo. That's all I'm saying.
We wanted some snoo-snoo.
Perhaps I will keep watch tonight, as the three of you may be very busy.
In the jungle tonight.
Oh my god.
It's fucking
This is terrifying.
around here. So you've got this large stone that you was told that it served as a kind of locked door for this prisoner, and then not farther from here, you kind of reach this point at the end of these chambers where you could look up and see the entrance to Karazakar's kind of hidden chambers.
And how far away is that entrance?
If you walk to the end of this tunnel, you'd say it's about 30 feet from the edge of the edge of the chasm, to the opening in the ceiling.
Gotcha. So there's just a 30-foot hole, basically.
Yeah,
and
it just
an entrance on the other side.
Yeah, you realize that you've kind of looped up, so if I were to move your tokens here, you will see them on the south side. It's like you're looking back into the maw, this kind of central chamber chasm, but you are looking almost halfway through, and then you can see everything's kind of conically come up like a dome, and then you see a lip of a hole, and you can see there's a tiny bit of chamber in there before your vision is you can't quite see in there anymore.
I have an interesting question
regarding
attunement. Do items get attuned to the body or the soul?
Welcome
I have to
the magical theology with Brendan and Will?
Yeah, right.
I have to reattune to my objects?
I don't know. What object do you want to use?
Well, I guess I can cast spells without my staff.
It was just a theoretical question, Will. He's gonna do it anyway.
Yeah, no, I figured.
No, I was just, when we get to that point, whenever it is, I would have to, like, cast Vortex Warp, likely on all of us.
I mean,
Yeah.
And I
you
was
can
just wondering if
cast
that was going to cause any
spells.
issues.
That's fine.
Yeah.
If you're trying to use, like, your regular staff seems to be working with you just fine. If you're talking
Sure.
about, like, the staff
That
of
makes sense.
power, or the staff of the Archmage, I forget which one it is.
Staff of the
already.
Magi.
Staff of the Magi, thank you. You haven't tried anything with it yet, so you would
Mhm.
have to try it to know.
Fair enough. All right. Burn that bridge when we get to it.
Okay.
So, was that mechanical being across the... Was, like, the treasure and that mechanical being across the way? Is that what the dwarf had said?
No, so he said the mechanical creature was behind the circular stone door. The treasure
Right.
would be up above in Karazakar's private chambers.
Gotcha. And we're in front of the stone door.
Yes.
Can I cast Detect Magic in front of the door?
Yeah, you can.
I do that.
You don't detect any magic.
Can we open it?
Make a strength check.
Hell yeah.
You want help?
Give me a moment. I want to try something. Is this just
What's-
flat strength, or would this be athletics?
This is a strength check, straight up strength.
16?
You don't make that door budge.
Shit.
But you can see it's like in a slot. It's about 6 inches thick and it's about 8 feet tall. So it's a hefty slab.
Now, Sephel, in your new form, you'll have to leverage your lower body as not to strain your back. I'll offer you this advice for free.
And I will use a one of my orders. I'm going to use a steadfast order to grant him a +5 on his next strength or con saving throw or check.
Okay.
Do I have the option to try again?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, fuck it.
Scylla like continues to stand there, and she kind of reaches like, I could help. Oh,
Nope, I've got it. Let me have this.
Hold up.
this is
Let him
quite
cook.
Okay. 23, 28.
Hey.
You manage to push the door. It rolls to the side, and you see that there is a small chamber beyond.
I let out a small toot as the strain of the door leaped.
He's starting to believe.
You can smell the effort.
Oh my god.
Nobon's in the background, just like, oh god, the sweat
Stop.
on this guy.
Why?
I think I might want to leave this group.
Zeus launches himself back into the pit again.
Why is Nobon down bad for Orogs?
Pheromones,
Hey,
man.
don't yuck his yum. You know.
Yeah.
I just don't want him to yuck my
entrap
yum.
People in magics that make them love her, and then she abuses them, and then she eats their necks. So I didn't yuck
And
those
that's
yums.
more normal than
Yeah.
fart sniffers.
I'm not sure if that's true.
No, clearly, Nobon is the outlier, having a kink for how someone smells.
Yeah, totally.
So, anyways, you push outside
yeah.
the door. You see a chasm beyond, a chamber beyond. Inside, you see an odd creature just kind of ambling side to side. It seems to have a square, like a literal square, of this golden brass-like color, this small stem that leads down into another shape, and then these odd twisting arms and legs. And you just see it like clicking around like meow, 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 meow. What do you do?
What is it?
Has Sephel ever seen this like of creature?
Make a history check.
Okay.
It looks like something we would have built our homes with in the lake.
I
It's
must
quite
speak
shiny.
to you about this kind of construction. That does not make any sense to me.
History. This is overkill, but I'm gonna use a knowledge. Oh no, I'm not. No, I'm not. So just 28.
Oh, okay. This is a duo drone. They are like simple block-shaped constructs, and you can see as it like turns towards you, it's got these two spindly arms, two spindly legs. It has this tiny set of wings, and it has these two eyes and a large mouth. It looks like a human face, horribly smashed into like this top box. And it like sees you, but it doesn't really seem to like register you in a way. You know that duo drones are part of the Modron Society, which are like all these constructs, and they have a like hierarchy that every type of drone within like highly believes to and orders with, and they're usually found in large groups as well. But there's just this one duo drone here.
Scylla will approach it and crouch in front of it. Is it artificial or organic?
It is a construct of kind, I believe.
And why would it be here?
It could be something that the beholder had dreamed up and brought to this area, or it could have been lost, dumped into the Underdark, and stumbled its way here.
Hello?
You may ask it.
Hello? Hello? Can you hear me?
Hello. Hello.
Ah, excellent. I am Sussaro. Umbernut
Dial-up tones?
is Sephel
Exactly.
and
That's what
Scylla.
you hear from him.
This is the best audio we've ever produced.
I just bonk it lightly in the head to calibrate it.
It bonks and it's like. Actually,
I do not like it.
roll unarmed damage.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Unarmed strike would just be 5 damage.
It and crumbles to the floor and does not move.
I can't spare the dying.
Okay.
I guess I don't know my own strength.
I would also like to point out I am not sure that worked because he is made of metal.
Noban's going to rush in. He's like,
I'm not entirely sure if this will work.
but is going to cast Cure Wounds at first level. And for the sake of story, because I don't know if this actually works on them, I'm gonna say it does work. It's odd human eyes, just like. And it slowly starts to pick itself back up again, but it's got like this small dent in its perfectly square head, otherwise perfectly square head.
my friend, do you know how you came to be here?
We were part of Great March. We were separated. Then we're lost. Then captured. Start panicking. Found us. You then did.
Does anybody know how to repair it?
No.
I do not like it.
I think we'll have to kill it just as a kindness.
Should have just left it dead, huh?
Now, my metallic friend, do you happen to possess the heart of a Goristro?
You see its eyes like roll back into its head, and it's like, no.
Do you know any angels?
Angels? No, don't know.
Are you familiar with the layout of the labyrinth?
Labyrinth? No.
Ask it about the machine that I would totally know the name of.
Yeah. In the heart of the labyrinth, there's an incredibly powerful machine that is currently being futzed with by a bad boy.
An infernal engine, perhaps?
Yeah, do you know
remember
about that?
It's called the Maze Engine.
The Maze Engine, that one.
So, hey, forget I said that. Instead, I said, do you know about the Maze Engine?
Nothing about Maze Engine. However, we detect an orderer approximately 289 miles. 289 miles. South of our present location in orderer, new commands, must regather.
What is an orderer?
Great orderer,
So, someone who makes an
march. Command from the hierarchy. Comply. And you see he like wants to start walking, and you see he's like trying to march with purpose, but he ends up walking to a wall. All of you are kind of getting the sense that something's up with this little duo drone.
It seems to be hearing voices.
That's totally normal and fine.
With the knowledge check I made, would I have any further insight into what it's referring to as an orderer? What, like, do they normally operate like this, or is there something clearly wrong with it? Like, anything?
You think that something has definitely happened to whatever it's got for either a consciousness or a mind, however that works with constructs. You would know that all monodrones, duodrones, and so on and so forth would like eventually take commands from a far greater construct. None of those have necessarily been seen, so something of large mechanical prowess, so to speak, would have that has like almost like a large signal that they would understand. That would be something like the Orderer. One of your...
Could I...
Go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead.
No. Ask your way.
I was just going to ask if there was any way that I could draw a conclusion that maybe it was referring to the engine.
Let's see here. Go... You know from what you talked to Vizarian about was how the maze engine was in a labyrinth far, far to the south. This duodrone has said that it doesn't know anything about a maze engine. However, it's saying that it's receiving or detecting an orderer approximately 289 miles to the south of its present location. So you perhaps infer that whatever this maze engine is might have some kind of construct like relation to it. Kind of giving you the idea that could be it, and it has just given you the exact proximity to it.
It's all coming together. Yeah.
All right.
I do believe it is referring to the engine, or at least something about its nature. Though knowing as little as we do about the labyrinth, your guess is as good as mine. But we know which direction to head.
Interesting. And my friend, you wish to go to this orderer, right?
Orderer, find way back to Mechanicus. Rejoin March for the Primus. For the Primus.
Scylla, I suggest you pick him up and put him inside your bag of holding.
I will not.
They don't need oxygen.
Well, actually, Sephel, hey, you are useful now. Perhaps you could do it. Yes,
I'll
Sully,
hold the bag open.
Alright, I'll just pick up the little dude by the cogwheel between his bodies and just spike him into the bag.
And gets sucked into the bag.
Quickly cinches it shut.
I'd like to think that now anytime we open up the bag, we're going to hear dial-up tones.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Anytime you're looking for something, you're just going to hear searching. And then
Entity not found. Data corrupt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Error. All right. What do you guys want to do now?
So the best way to get to the treasure is to climb?
Or I could teleport us across.
Climbing would be difficult as there's like this smooth dome that kind of arches up to the hole, which you're about roughly 30 feet away from.
Yeah.
So unless you have like a grappling hook or something like that, or like Sephel said, teleporting, that's kind of what you got.
Yeah.
Unless you come up with something
how far is it, Will, from our position to that, like the next viable ledge?
There is no viable ledge. You are at the highest tunnel, and then it's just like open space to it. I would say if you were like going straight out, it's like 30 feet, and then probably another 25 feet up. So let's say 55 feet away diagonally. I don't know the maths. Somebody else is smarter than me that can do that.
All right. Excellent. We'll walk. I'm gonna step forward. I'm gonna cast Wall of Ice at 6th level using my Ring of Water Elemental Command, empowered by a spirit, and I will make 10-foot square panels, and I'm gonna make them into a little staircase.
Okay. All right, no problem.
Let's go.
You cast a spell. You form this nice staircase that leads you guys up into the chambers above.
No one pinch me. If you do, we might all die.
Takes 1 point of damage and they all just fall.
Collapse.
You know how I roll. I mean,
wouldn't be the first time for me.
Yeah, right.
Wouldn't even be the second time.
Embarrassing.
It really is.
As you step up through the hole into this larger chamber above, you actually see on the ceiling is this rough likeness of Karazakar actually within the ceiling, and it's like this large gaping beholder like statue or relief kind of staring down at you. However, you just see a small kind of hemispherical vault beyond that, inside of which you find 1,500 or 15,000 gold pieces, 1,300 platinum pieces. You find 10 assorted gems, each worth 500 gold each. You find an odd-looking gem, a necklace, and a robe.
Not to break the suspense or anything, but Sephel, I identify. I'm just pointing to the gem, the necklace, and the robe. Do your thing, please.
I was getting to it. I am not a toy for you, small man.
But are you?
Yes. I mean, of course not.
I might be a toy for Nobon. He hasn't stopped looking at me. Stop it!
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I will spend 30 minutes identifying the 3 objects.
Okay. The first item you pick up is the gem, and as you pull it away from like the trove of everything else, you see this clear gem is actually surrounded by gold and then attached to kind of what looks like a small wand. And this is a gem of seeing. It's a rare item that requires attunement. The gem has 3 charges, and as an action, you can speak the gem's command word and expend 1 charge, and for the next 10 minutes, you have true sight out to 120 feet when you peer through the gem. The gem regains
nice.
1d3 expended charges daily at dawn.
Very nice.
That's dope.
Let's see. All right. The next one is the necklace.
Yes.
You see it is this like fine bronze kind of more like collar, and from the end of it are a couple strands of beads. This is a necklace of adaptation. It is an uncommon item. It does require attunement. While you wear this necklace, you can breathe normally in any environment, and you have advantage on saving throws made against harmful gases and vapors such as cloud kill and stinking cloud effects, inhaled poisons, and breath weapons of some dragons. Yes. Lastly, this one's the one that you guys are going to enjoy the most.
Oh, yeah.
Just bringing up. You see this dark, ruby-esque robe is covered in fine images of eyes. This is a robe of eyes. While adorned this eye-like pattern, the robe lets you see in all directions, and you have advantage on wisdom perception checks that rely on sight. You have dark vision out to a range of 120 feet. You can see invisible creatures and objects, as well as see into the ethereal plane out to a range of 120 feet. The eyes on the robes can't be closed or averted unless you close or avert your own eyes. Beware if a light spell or daylight spell is cast within 5 feet of the robe, which will cause you to become blinded for a minute.
Dang.
We got 2 of them bitches now.
Yeah, but this one you don't have to pray to
very
Jublex.
demonic, and one is very, very good.
Yup.
Give it to me.
Sure.
Have it.
Yeah.
I don't want it.
Yours. I do not want any of these.
Zeus is like, and then I'll take this, and I'll take. Actually, I already.
Sephel, if you take the necklace of adaptation, you can visit my home someday.
That is true.
Oh, she's inviting you in, Sephel.
You may come as well, Zeus.
I can already breathe underwater.
You are welcome to visit.
Oh. Sorry, no one. Sucks to be you.
He's in the corner like, God damn it!
I would like to take the gem of seeing, because true sight for me
Yeah.
would be very, very good when aiming spells.
I feel like Seuss right now is holding the robe of eyes, and like his eyes, like his actual eyes, are just getting bigger and bigger as he realizes that if he puts this on, he'll see shadow people in 360 degrees around him all the time, and he can never close his eyes.
Full HD, bitch.
Oh my god. It's terrifying.
And then his eyes like flick to the bag of holding, and it's like, if I banish the demon lord, I still get to keep the powers, right? I mean, then I could turn to goo once a day. Like, really, is it that big a deal?
Seuss, did you hear me?
Yeah, I would like to see both robes, please. And 14. Yeah, I'll have 14. What are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
Who are you?
I am Sussaro,
Um,
Umbernut, also known as Gilda Abernathy. I am 354 years old,
I
and I've
will.
seen things far worse than life and death.
Sephel may be able to educate you on the differences between these, and she hands you the robe.
So Sephel just looks at the demonic one. That one's fucked. Do what you will. Honestly, Doctor, we've been through this before. If you're contemplating, I cannot do anything to stop you.
This
But
is fair.
that one is fucked.
I have something to think about. I'll let
I'll-
you know in the morning.
I'll
You'll
put the
get one
necklace-
of these back.
Yeah, if you want to throw the necklace in the bag,
Yeah,
I'll take the gem of seeing.
Perfect. This looks to be the best place to take a rest.
Yes, I think now is a good time to...
You're muted, Andrew.
Seuss is speaking, but we cannot hear him.
I know.
He's talking-
That was so many slurs.
Yeah.
There are some
can't
things
air
you
that.
can't take back. Sorry, the internet. I just like Seuss. Just like when you say this is a good place to rest, Seuss just sits down in a pile of gold coins, just like, yes, it is. And he just has
Donald
like
Duck in it.
the robe of eyes in one hand and like the gloopy evil robe of eyes in the other.
Who is Dr. Umbernut?
Ooh.
Who? So you guys are gonna bed down in Car's like secret vault, yeah?
I mean, that seems like a very safe place
Yeah.
to me.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's absolutely safe. All right. Who is setting up first watch? Is Seuss as he is maniacally going over all these things?
Yeah, I think that's good. I'm a good guy for this. Yeah.
All right. Go ahead and make a perception check.
Excellent. Ooh, nice. That's a 20. Oh no, yes, a 26. I forgot I'm good at those.
You've been a bit distracted with these two robes in your hand, but something catches your eye, and I think it's because of your specific history that you notice there is a slight protrusion coming from one of the walls in this vault, and something about it just seems too unnatural for this to be just kind of a bump in the carvings of this wall. Do you do anything about said bump?
I will approach the bump. If I could, will investigate the
Okay,
bump.
go ahead and roll an investigation for me.
Woohoo! Now we're cooking. 28.
Nice. Before I reveal what happens, Sephel, Scylla, like everybody, as you're like getting ready to kind of bed down, like talk to me about what's going through everybody's minds, especially like Sephel. You actually feel tired.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think as he's starting to sit down, he's realizing for the first time that, like, his eyes are heavy, and his body is heavy, and he's, like... It has probably been years. Like, he doesn't recognize the feeling of this level of sleep anymore. Like, his sleep up until this point has been almost a meditative, trance-like sort of rest. But now his body is almost demanding that he sleep. Very unusual.
Yeah, I
Scylla,
think this
what's
is
going on
like
with you?
Scylla, she's still trying to figure out. I think she has these moments where she's like, she's felt so much of her kind of self change with that last sanity fail. And I think she's like trying to go about their normal routine, and then she keeps like glancing over and seeing this like Orog instead of Sephel, and turning like halfway feral and approaching him. And then she kind of like realizes what's happening, and she turns around again. She's still trying to like put it all together, and her
Yeah, have I watched you, like, square up, like, 10 different times tonight?
yeah.
Are you
And,
just
like,
gonna
you
wake up
see-
with a trident in your face? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah. Her teeth,
Like,
you see them like
breathe
start
wrong,
to come
bitch,
down.
I dare you.
Yeah. 100%. And then finally she like sits down on her bedroll, and I think she gets out I have this decanter of endless water that I got at Blignenstone like way forever ago.
yeah.
And I think she gets it out, and she like uses it to wash the blood off her face. And I think there's just this moment of her realizing that like Sephel has changed, and she's definitely a bit different as well. And it's like one eye on Sephel, and then the other just like very looking inward.
You all eventually kind of settle in. Nobu suspiciously close to Sephel, but he is asleep. You go and you investigate this protrusion. You start like running your fingers along it, and eventually you feel this like little indent in the bottom half that you can slip one of your fingers into, and you kind of give it a pull, and you feel this, and this small slip of stone, like a piece of slate almost, pops out, and inside you see a compartment within which lies a tome.
I must read it.
You pull out this tome, and you are immediately met with its heft, as its book covers are made entirely out of iron, with heavy gold and silver-like bindings. And as you flip it open and you start reading through these pages, you see that this is a manual of constructing iron golems.
Interesting.
And we'll see you guys next time.
Hey everyone, welcome to the end of the episode. 2 quick announcements for you. You've already heard us say it 100 times. We have a Discord. What are you waiting for? Get in here. We have so many amazing like-minded DMs in there. A lot of players as well, people new to D&D. Some people have been in there a long time, and everyone's just having a nice time sharing tips, tricks, talking about one-shots, talking about Curse of Strahd, talking about Out of the Abyss, all the things. So definitely think about joining us. You can find the link to join our Discord at linktree.com/themadnesstable. You can also find our other social media links there, including our TikTok. And boy howdy, Andrew Walker has been killing it on TikTok, posting the most random mad memes you had ever seen. So definitely consider following us there as well. Lastly, if you've made it this far, consider leaving us a 5-star review in whatever podcatcher you're currently listening. 5-star reviews are instrumental in pushing us up the charts and getting us in new listeners, which is really what we're looking for to get the name out there. So consider doing that for us. We would be forever in your debt. But that's all for now. And we will see you in the next episode when...
Madness continues.